Hi, my name is Justin Myers. I'm the garden coordinator for Recipe for Success. Today we're going to talk about planting seeds in drought conditions. So Texas has been going through almost a year-long drought, started last October and we're now in September. And the idea of starting your fall garden when it hasn't rained for almost a year can be a little daunting and a little overwhelming. And so today we're going to talk about two ways that's going to save water but also hopefully lead to a higher success rate while you're planting. The first is using a paper towel or a coffee filter in a plastic bag, or you can even use a plastic container. You don't want to seal the bag, but you can leave it kind of loose. And your paper towels are going to be moist. You don't want them like super wet or anything. And inside I have my seeds, which are falling out. Now the seeds, after they've been sitting for a while, will start to sprout. Now this just gives you a head start. Seeds need primarily wetness and maybe some warmth to sprout. And so as opposed to keeping this whole area wet for 5 or 6 days to get them to start to sprout, you keep them in a paper towel that stays moist, where you only have to re-wet it maybe once, and you can get them to begin the process of germination. Now once they start to germinate, you then plant them just how you would normally. These are radish seeds, so they can be planted close together. And anytime you plant a seed, really 2 to 3 times the size of it in terms of depth. And so this can go, we're not going to go too deep. Move away some of the dirt there, drop it in. And it has started to sprout just a little bit, so that's going to give it a head start. We'll lay that down. Have our row covered up, and then we can water it again, kind of continue that process. The second way is just to use our seeds, but we're going to cluster them all together. So as opposed to spacing them out how you would normally in planting and then watering this whole space, I'm just going to plant them in this square right here. And then I can just water that square for, the first month or so, get a good start, 2 to 3 inches, and then I can transplant them out to the other parts of the bed. So that way you're only watering one section as opposed to this whole area. You get the plants off to a good start, transplant them, and then you end up saving water in the long run. Those are our 2 seed starting tips for the fall garden in drought conditions in Texas. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.